Coach, congrats on the win and opening statement.
I think it was a great atmosphere today. Our marketing people did a great job getting that stand full. We did try to practice a little bit with the noise with a cell phone and a microphone, and it did help, but it had nothing to do with that. You cannot hear. It was just great to bring these kids in. I think that our kids battled. Charleston Southern, hats off to them because they are a much better team. And we had to really fight and dig down for this. Taylor, triple-double. Grace coming off the bench, double-double. So that we have our depth. We can, dial down to people. They man and one pretty much tearing, and then they packed the paint so we really couldn't drive. But, we just need to make sure we work on our 15-footers and hit those shots and open it all up. But, our kids stayed true. We made adjustments. Our full court pressure wasn't that great because they would get us to trap them, and then they would just spin the ball quick, and they were just killing us on threes. So we had to make the adjustment, and I think that coaching staff did a good job finding that. And we're going to take this win and run out because we know that we just played a really good team.
You mentioned the threes. Obviously, at one point they were shooting 50% from behind the arc, going into half, just below that. What was the adjustment made to run them off the line?
Well, the adjustment was really with our press. We just didn't get our traps because that way we didn't give them a step. So we just ran them off the line, pushed them off, made them drive it, don't let them bring the shot up. But even though we wanted to do that, they still were bringing the shot up on us. So, I think that half-court pressure that we gave them got them out of the rhythm. When we did it full court, they had more time to take that shot.
Offensively for the Cougs, a little bit of a cold start. Defense for that team or just a slow start from?
I think it's a little bit of both. They had a really good game plan, and it is an atmosphere that we needed to get used to playing in, and sometimes it just happens like that. When you hit that three ball, which Southern did, that just gives them the lift. So we had to battle through that because there was plenty of teams, and when they're stroking the three like that, they could have just give in. But we found a way, and we just kept on digging, and really just ball pressure. When we blitzed their screen, it sort of made a little bit of a difference for them too. So they just couldn't get off and get that head of steam.
Taylor, a triple-double. It's only the third triple-double in program history. Something your sister hasn't done. Do you hold that over her head?
Yeah, I will for sure. Thank you for letting me know that one, but yeah.
Yeah, so talk about it. What was working for you? Obviously, when you have a triple-double, it probably feels like you can't do anything wrong.
Not quite, but I was just shooting when I was open and just hitting people like I normally do and just finding that balance there.
You're hitting more importance of hitting the glass against the team in this game, or is it something that you're always focused on? You got to help the team and go hit the glass.
Yeah, I was just kind of trying to hit the glass and try to get those extra possessions for our team.
Speaking of hitting the glass, Grace, you cleaned up in the rebounds today.
Appreciate that.
Talk about your emergence off the bench today in the game that you had.
I'll just say, I try to keep the energy on the team. Even when I'm not in there, I try to, make sure the bench is not cold. And when I get in there, I try to do what the coaches need me to do and just be available when I'm supposed to be. So I just try to play my role.
A lot of offensive rebounds for the entirety of the team. You almost out-rebounded. 27 offensive rebounds. Charleston Southern had 32. You had a fair amount of offensive rebounds as well. Is that positioning, aggression? Talk about your rebounding style.
They always emphasize it during practice that we have to box out, and offensive rebounds give us more. We could restart. We could get more points off of that. So I just try to make sure I do that.
Coach, back to the triple-double. There's been 3 in program history. 2 have come under your guidance here at the College of Charleston. Is your offensive set something that allows for a player like Taylor, or is that just who that player is?
Oh, those players are very good players, first of all, let's say that. And then our system that we run, whether it's defensively or offensively, helps them because we are pushing the ball on offense. And there are a lot of missed shots that we need to chase down and rebound. So I think it's a combination. But the first thing is those players are big-time players. You have to have the skill to be able to get a triple-double. And I don't even think Taylor really knew she had a triple-double, but, because it was quiet. But she did hit some big-time shots when, they were coming back on us that kind of closed the lid. And that's just what we need her to play like that, but for 40 minutes and not for 20-something. But, she sat on the bench a little bit longer, too, than she normally does. She did all that in 31 minutes. So imagine if she plays, 36 minutes. But, it's just great players that we have. And there'll be other triple-doubles this season for sure. And maybe by her sister, Beans. There's plenty of kids that can get that.
Talk a little bit about the upcoming matchup here at TD with Iona.
Iona is a team that we played on the road last year and pretty much took care of business. But we know that our non-conference schedule is tough. So we have to make sure that we lock in. We don't take anybody for granted and, and get it done. Because then we hit the road, North Carolina Central, and then far away.
11,000 miles.
Yep. So we just need to keep working, keep getting better. And, our kids will, if we started out like this, when we continue to get their confidence and play games, they're just going to get better and better. Appreciate you.
Thank you.